we are going to explore now about the new quick measure. In the modeling, we have three options. Option one, new table, new column, and new measure. This we have already saw. New measure can be create anywhere. New column is connected to my data set, and new table is something like I can create a DAX. Okay, but what about this quick measure? What about this quick measure? So we are going to explore now about this quick measure. So just pay attention on the screen, everyone, how powerful these measures are. So if I keep my cursor on this, uh, the all measure table, and then I will go to the quick measure. So quick measure is something like where the predefined template is there, like prepared, created by this, already created by this Power BI. You just need to drag and drop the columns here, right? So how they are going to work. So calculation, I will go to the some calculation here. For example, let me go to the year over year. I am in this time intelligence and I am going to show year over year change. What has happened year over year? Okay. So I'll click on this year over year. Okay, it says me, okay, what is your base value, what is your calculation value, and what is your date column. So my calculated calculation value, which I want to, based on which I want to do some calculation, is nothing but my net sales. So I will move net sale into the base value. Pay attention on the screen, everyone. Very interesting example. And in the date, as usual, we are going to move entire date column. Now, what is mean by 1 year? One is like is representing to a 1 year because we have selected year over year. If I select instead of year, if I select month, this one will become a 1 month. If I select quarter, it one will become this 1 quarter. But as of now, we will go with the year over year change and press OK. All right. So you have this new measure, net sales. This net sale is called as here net sales YOY percentage. Okay. What I'm going to do is I am going to move this YOY percentage here and look at this, see what happens. So what you have now, it says, okay, 121,000 you did the sales compared to the last year. So was it good or bad? It is definitely good compared to the last year. And if I have to calculate in terms of percentage, then it's a 35% increase in the sales. Wherein for the February month, I did 92,000. Last year it was 94,000. So there is a decrease. There is a decrease in the sales in the month of February compared to last year by 2%, 2.51%. Is this clear, everyone? How we have created this? This is now time intelligence DEX. This is definitely available in the quick measure, and they are predefined template, and then you just need to drag and drop, and you have the answer. So I can also show this information, present this information in graph as well. Huh? So let me first rename this part. So here I'm showing you YOY percentage change. YOY percentage and SPLY. So there are two formulas which we have created here. A nice two formulas which we have created. And if you want, you can definitely show this information in one of the graph as well. I will say I will create a small graph here. I'll go ahead and I will create a small graph of clustered column chart. So this is a clustered column chart I want to create here. Okay. And in this, what I want to show this information. This information as like plus and minus. Okay. So pay attention on the screen how it looks. So I will move year into the x-axis. Okay. So this is a year I move in the x-axis. And in the y-axis, I will move this YOY percentage. It says me in 2013, overall there was an increase compared to 12. 14 also there was an increase. 15 also there was a slight increase. But 16 there is a almost decrease. So you can see here overall 20% increase in the month of in the year 12. Then you have a 27% increase in 14. Then you have a 26% increase in the 15. But why it is showing for 16 there is nothing because there is no sales for the 16, right? So that's absolutely fine. So we can say this is not a this is not something like there is no this is incorrect, but there is no sale at all, right? So you can see there is always increase. So we have shown improvement in terms of percentage, right? So we can definitely look at this and show this information. Clear this how this information looks like. You can also go ahead and add a labels here. So if you add a label, you can see here 20% increase in 2013, then 2014, 27% increase. It's always positive. Every year there is an increase in my performance. Acha, how to add a label? So what you can do is for label, just select the this graph, go to the format, and in the format you have a labels, data labels. You have this data labels. Okay, just make it on, and the labels will be visible here. Now I'll create another duplicate of this, and I'm going to show you one interesting form text again, where I will going to show you YTD one. So let me delete this all this information. Okay, I will delete SPLY and Y on Y. Okay. Now let's say you have a target here. So it's an interesting one. Pay attention on the screen. I want to show here as a running total. I want to show as a running total or YTD sales. So for the month of January it was 89, but for the month of February it was 94. So I want this a total of these two. You got the point, everyone? What this concept is called? You want a total of these two here. Then you want a total of these three here, and then these four, and so on. Anyone? Any guess what this concept is called? You have heard about the cumulative frequency, running total. That's correct answer. Running total or cumulative frequency. So we have to find out cumulative total. Yes, exactly. So what we have to do is we have to calculate this. But are we going to create a very complex test? No. Again, we are going to use a new, quick measure. So quick measure has this option available. So just pay attention on the screen. Very easy, very fine example. So I'll click on my all measure new table, all measure table. I will go to the three dots and I will click on new quick measure. Okay, I'll click on new quick measure. So the moment I click on new quick measure, this template is ready. I will go to this time intelligence dex, and here you go. We have a year to date total. So I will select now year to date. See, whatever I'm showing you about the year, you can do same for the month as well, right? So if you understood one, you can do the another one as well. That's definitely not that big deal. It's a very simple one. I'm going to go with the year to date total. It's asking me base value. What is your base value? So definitely net sell is my base value. So I will go to the all measure and I will pass this net sell. Remember, don't pass this percentage one. This is a different. So this is my base value. And what is my calendar? What is my date column? My date column is nothing but a calendar. Do you remember yesterday we were creating a calendar? There was some confusing. Now you can see how powerful it is and how easy it is helping us to create some decks. So I'll move the date column here into this. So I have a net sales from my base value and date column from this calendar. Just press OK. You have a new formula here, net sales YTD. So look, this is how it looks in the background. So this is definitely we have not created. This is something like we have just passed the information. So what you can do is you can follow the best practice of it's already there. You don't have to worry. Now I will move this net sales YTD here and look at this. How easily you have created this YTD total. Interesting, yes or no? How fast and easy you have created this YTD or cumulative total. Okay. Now, can we use running total option in the quick measure? We can do running total, definitely. Running total also we can do, but running total has a different, explanation. I will show you that as well. That's definitely not a problem. And then we will see what is the difference between these two. Okay. So I'll go to the new quick measure, and then I have a running total, right? You're seeing the running total part. That's a running total. It says me field, direction, base value. Okay. So in which field, the field in which you have to calculate resetting each time this will repeats. Okay. So let's say I want to do a running total on a net sales field. I will pass here, let's say maybe date column, and then ascending is the direction, and see what happens if we have a running total. It is little different from this YTD, and then you have this option. Okay. Now see what happens in a running total. What do you see? Now what is your first observation in a running total? What is your first observation? You will say, okay, there is no changes here. Look at this Jan, Feb, March. Absolutely looks okay. But here you go. Ah, that's a catch. It will keep running. There is no stopper. There is no stopper. Wherein in the YTD there is a stopper, and the moment year change, the calculation will change. It is the total across the year exactly. What's the point here, right? Maybe in some different scenario this is useful, but at least in this scenario we don't require this. Okay, so I will remove this running total, but I will show you this how we can present this nicely in a graph. So let's say what is the total sales you completed in 2012? What is the total sales? Like it's 19 lakhs 99,000, right? Let's say you have given a target of 15 lakhs. So in which month you have achieved the target? In which month you achieved the target? Somewhere between October and November, right? Now, yes, between October and November. Yeah, October is end and then November is started. So somewhere in the first week of November or second week of November, possibly, right? We are not very much sure, but definitely it was in there. So we want to show this in a proper graph. So this is my target and how my performance is going on and where I have, like met my target. So I'm going to show you this, a nice graph of this. Pay attention on the screen. So we will create a clustered column chart. Okay. You can create a clustered column chart. Then what you can do is you can move year into x-axis, but at the same time, you also need to move month. So I want to show year and month in the x-axis. In the y-axis, I will move net sales. All right, this looks very nice. Net sales looks very nice, but I don't want this net sales. They are up and down. Instead of net sales, I will move net sales YTD. All right, look at this. How there looks now. So Jan, Feb, March you started and you have ended here. Then Feb again you have ended here and so on. So far so good everyone. How this looks like? Yes or no? Is this clear? We have to add one more things here. Few more things here we have to add. Okay. So I don't want to show this for the all years. I want to show for the specific year. If I click on this, so definitely I have this information, but I don't want like this. What I want here is I want a small slicer here. I want a small slicer here where I can filter my year. So how we can create it? Now I will move it a little bit down here and I will try to create a slicer here. So we have a slicer. Slicers are what? Slicer will help me to do the filter. Slicers are what? Slicers are nothing but a filter. So I will click on this filter and I have this filter on here. Okay. So this is my filter. Now in the filter, I want to show the year. So I will go to the calendar table and we'll move year into this. So I have a year 2014 to 2016 in the form of slider, but I don't want like this. This is very like not that user friendly option. So what I'm going to do is inside the slicer you have this small drop down. I will go to this small drop down and instead of between I will say okay no treat this as a list and here you go. It says me this is my list. So if I select this 2014, 2013, this is more clear for my user to understand, okay, how my performance is going on. I want to add a one target line here for 2 million. That is 20 lakhs. And I want to see for every month, every year when the target was achieved. So I want to add a one line here. How I can add a line here? Everyone pay attention on the screen. I will select this chart or this visual. I will select this visual. I will go to this analytics. Do you see this option analytics? In the analytics, you have a constant line. Now expand this constant line. Here you have to add a line here. You can add a line and you can write, maybe you can write here as a target, edit. Okay, you can type here as a target. Okay, so I have selected this analysis, further analysis, constant line, add line, edit, and given a name as a target line. I will open this one. What is the value of line as of now? It says 0. So I'll give a value here 20 lakhs. So 2000, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this is the 20 lakhs. I've given a 2 million as a line. I will change the color to black. So this will help my user to understand, okay. Transparency, I will make it more sharp. Instead of dash, if you want, you can make it solid. But I'm okay with the dash. That's fine. And I will also add a label. So label is also there. Now I will click outside. So this is my target. So for the 2014, I was able to achieve the target in the end of September. For 2015, I was able to achieve the target in August only. But in 2012, I was able to achieve the target where in the month of December. And look at this, how this is working. If you click on this, then look at this. 2012 December you achieved, 2013 you achieve here, and this is how you can do the nice presentation of your this tabular form. See that how we can do that. So maybe I can create a duplicate page of this, and now I will type here as a different target. So logical, I will type here as a logical. So I will type here as a logical formula. We also have to cover one logical. So here is a part we can cover logical. Uh, Dynamic target. Dynamic target. Okay. So everyone just pay attention on the screen. I will remove this table. I'll keep this one on the top. So here I have a fixed target. Okay. But I will create Control C, Control V. And here I will have a dynamic target. So this is my fixed target and this is going to be my dynamic target. And if I change anything from this here, you will see the difference in both. So we have to create a measure. So what is the what target you want to set? Do you want to set multiple targets or let's say two targets? This is you want to say target as a let's say 15 lakhs, and for this you want to set target as a 20 lakhs. Okay. So anything which is less than or equal to 2013, then the target is 15 lakhs, or else you want to set a target as a 20 lakhs. If you want, you can add few more conditions as well. But we will start with the basic two condition, 15 lakh target and 20 lakh target. So for that, we have to create a new measure. In the new measure, we are going to create a if formula. Have you heard about the if formula, logical formula, everyone? Have you heard about a logical formula? Yes. So what we are going to do is we are going to say here as a dynamic target, and we are going to say if. So we are going to use if logical test. Now what is this column? Which column is this? When the user will select this value. So what is this column? From where it is coming? From where the slicer value is coming? Slicer value is coming from a calendar table and a date column and the year column, right? So in the date column, you have the year hierarchy. So what I'm trying to say here, okay, if to the formula, if anyone who select a value from this column, then you have to check one thing. What is that value? So I cannot just write the name of the column here. I have to write here, okay, selected value. So I'm saying, okay, selected value, and it says me in the selected value, which column you're targeting. I will say I'm targeting to calendar date column, but in the calendar date column, I'm targeting to year. Okay, I'll close the bracket. Just pay attention on the screen. Target select this part. Just focus on this part. What is happening here? Selected value. If the user is going to select a value which is from the calendar date and is selecting the year value, then check whether this value is if this value is less than equal to 2013. If this value is less than 2013, then what we are going to say, comma. Then the target is 15 lakh, 1 lakh, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Else target is 20 lakhs, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This one. And the close bracket. I will press Alt and Enter here to make it in a second line. Then I will make here, look at this. So I'm saying here, okay, what I'm saying, okay, if selected value of the particular column, which column? Year column. If the selected value, if the value of the particular column is less than 2013, then in the dynamic target, what is the information you have to pass? 15 lakhs, or else information is 20 lakhs. Now I will hit enter, and now my formula is done here. So the name of the formula is a dynamic target. Everyone, pay attention on the screen. First, I will do the testing here. So I will create a small card. I'll take a small card here for the testing. So this is my card here. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pass this dynamic target here. So it says my target is what? 2 million. But definitely this is something like a bigger number. I don't want to see like this. I want to see our normal number. So what should I do here in order to show this information as a normal value? I will go to the formatting of this, and then I will go ahead in the value display unit. I will make it none. So it says me 15 lakh. So for 2012 target is 15 lakh, 13 also 15 lakh, but for 14 target become a 20 lakh. For 2015 target become a 20 lakh.